Hello, my name is Utibel Sen. I go by the hashtag writer with a purpose. Welcome to my YouTube channel, TV's Corner, your baby, and you welcome. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and check out the previous video to learn more about what the channel is. Okay, so today I'll be discussing an important aspect of motherhood. This is very important because it happens to a lot of women out there. It has happened to me, and there are other women out there who are going through the same phase, and that is postpartum depression, PPD, postpartum depression. So you've been wondering, what is postpartum depression? Postpartum depression is depression that happens after delivery. It's a depression that occurs after the delivery. It could be immediately, or it will take some weeks for it to happen, but it sure happens after delivery. That is postpartum depression. Now, postpartum depression is not a disease that is not treatable. It's not something that comes upon you that doesn't have a cure. It has a cure. It is treatable. Yes, it is treatable, and it has to be diagnosed by a medical professional. It has to be diagnosed by a medical professional. Now, what does statistics say? Statistics says that approximately 1 in 10 women will have PPD after childbirth. Yes, 1 in 10 women will have PPD after childbirth. Another says that PPD are not diagnosed by health professionals. That is, it is estimated that nearly 50% of mothers with PPD are not diagnosed by a health professional. And this is true because I wasn't diagnosed by a health professional. I didn't go to the hospital to get checked. I just noticed I have the signs of it. I spoke to my husband about it, and I read up online of me. That's how I knew that, this thing I was experiencing was PPD. So yeah, don't be like me, go to the hospital to get diagnosed by a health professional. And now there's a fact that I want to believe that a lot of people do not know about. Even I didn't know about it until recently, and that is studies have found that around 50% of men who have partners diagnosed with PPD will go on to develop depression themselves. And that is understandable because you can see your wife, going through this phase, and she's down and she's not happy and all. Of course, it will affect you. Of course, you'll be affected by it. So yeah, even you will be depressed. So kudos to the men out there who are standing the fort, who are holding it in for their wives, who are keeping them, who are encouraging them. You are doing a great job. It's not easy. You are doing a great job. All right. So, what are the signs? Yeah, because there has to be a sign. What are the signs of postpartum depression? Now, before we move on to the signs, I would like you to know that for every woman out there that is going through postpartum depression, I'd like you to know that it is not your fault. It is not something you can wish away. Don't blame yourself and say, "Oh, it's not me that's supposed to happen to. I wish it didn't happen to me. Oh, why is my body like this? Why is my mind like this?" Oh, do not blame yourself. It is not your fault. It is not your fault that you are not happy about your child or anything. It is not your fault. And I read an article that made me understand that a PPD can be triggered by hormonal changes during pregnancy and after childbirth. Hormonal changes during pregnancy and after childbirth, and also it can also be triggered by a traumatic childbirth experience. So if you had a traumatic childbirth experience, that could also trigger postpartum depression. And not to mention the stress of taking care of a child after birth, and you don't have anyone around you. All this can add up to triggering postpartum depression. So no, it is not your fault. It is never your fault. You are doing a great job. You are a good mother. You are a wonderful person. Do not blame yourself for having PPD. It is not yourself. It is not your fault, pardon me. So know that it is treatable. Go to the hospital, seek help. It is treatable. It is treatable, and it is not a disease that has no cure. All right. So what are the signs? Moving on, what are the signs that shows that you have PPD? Number one, there are severe mood swings. If you have severe mood swings, you are severely down, or one moment you are down, one moment you're happy, one moment you are crying. Severe mood swings is a sign that you have postpartum depression. Also, restlessness. If you are restless, you're not resting enough, or you're just restless, that is also a sign. Panic attack is another sign. Having thoughts of harming yourself And having thoughts of harming your baby is another sign that you have postpartum depression. Insomnia, having difficulty sleeping, you can't sleep, or you're finding it very hard to sleep, that is also a sign. Eating little or finding it difficult to eat, you're eating little, you're not eating enough, or you don't even want to, you don't have the appetite for meals, that is a sign of a PPD. Feeling that you are not a good mom, that feeling of, oh, I am not a good mom, I shouldn't be feeling this way about myself, about my child, feeling that you're not doing enough, that is also a sign of PPD. Then there's the one, difficulty bonding with your baby. When you're finding it out to bond with your baby, it is also a sign of PPD. And crying too much, excessively crying, it is a sign of PPD. There are also other examples that shows that, that just show signs of PPD. So if from the list of the things I've mentioned, if you found out that any of these things are what you're experiencing, then please go to the hospital, talk to your doctor about it. Let them sit with you and let them understand how you're feeling and what is going on with you. All right, I've come to the end of today's video. In my next video, I'll be sharing with you how I discovered I had postpartum depression and what I did about it, and also what you could also do about it if you discover that you have postpartum depression. Until next time, I have to draw the curtain here. Bye for now, and please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with moms, new parents, and even your friends and family, so we'll spread the word on postpartum depression and how to help our women. All right, until next time, bye.